Hi guys, welcome to my humble life. I work from home most of the time and I occasionally head to the office and I usually put in about 3 hours of work in the morning and at which point around 12 o'clock I get lunch and actually that's right now. One of the biggest benefits of working from home is the access to, my kitchen. Unlike in the office where you have a limited menu choices due to, considering everyone's preferences, here at home, I'm the king. I have the freedom to, choose whatever I want. And at the same time, deciding on a menu and fixing meals, so it can be a quite hassle, as you know. Even though having lunch alone at home could feel lonely and or sometimes even melancholy based on your status quo, generally speaking, I enjoy having lunch alone. It's like it feels as if I'm eating in a tiny cabin surrounded by serene or tranquil nature. And also sometimes this behavior simplifies complicated work for me and I find myself a bit refreshed during this time. Today, I'm gonna go with the pasta. Normally, I used to have, 2 paper cups full of pasta. However, I noticed I was developing my dad gut. So I decided to reduce my pasta intake to just 1 cup. Thank you for this food, this time, and thank you for my family. Many months ago, I was serving in the military. Let me just explain real quick. In Korea, South Korea, almost every young man in their 20s must serve in the military. Anyways, I saw one of my military buddies praying before meals. He was not a Christian, so I asked him why he was praying. And he said, I just want to say thank you for everything. What? I didn't understand. I had been drafted into military against my will, and I was always complaining about that, but he was always grateful for everything. Crazy. Well, I don't know if he, really was. However, the point is, at least he was ready to, embrace or more, positive life by taking concrete acts, and he really was considerably a positive guy. I admired his attitude, and I also felt the desire to lead a life filled with attitude for everything. And I genuinely attempted to express my thanks several times before eating. But praying in front of others, which I didn't usually do, was challenging. It was so tough. So I gave up on the habit, and many years have passed since then. Nevertheless, deep down, the aspiration to live a life full of gratitude lingered with me. So I made a decision to cultivate a more positive life and began praying before putting my head on the pillow. Well, I still don't express a gratitude prayer in front of others, but when I'm alone at home, I try to pray before meals. And I believe this kind of simple habit will seep into other areas of my life and help me live a more enjoyable life. I started enjoying coffee around 15 years ago. When I first drank an Americano, I said, "Ew, it didn't feel me well." Back then, I used to drink only Mexican coffee, which is more of a Korean style coffee, sweet and with a pleasant aroma. However, after trying a few more Americanos, how can I say? My eyes are open to the new taste. I don't know if it's the right English expression though. Anyways, since then, I've been enjoying Americano. And one day I experienced a pain in my throat. So I went to see a doctor and he said, I have so much severe inflammation on my larynx caused by the frequent acid reflux. And he advised me to avoid coffee or even decaf coffee because decaf also still contains some amount of caffeine, which often triggers acid reflux, as you know. After getting treatment for 2.5 months, my pain has pretty much worn off. Even though my doctor still advised me to avoid coffee, including decaf, of course, I can help it. So I've come to terms with myself and I decide to grab only decaf. Okay, guys, thank you for hanging out with me for a bit time. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day or a night. And I'll see you again. Peace.